You all right?
Yeah, shocked the heck out of me right there. All right.
AJ had said that he was giving an example of your loyalty, and he pointed to the last Seattle play in which he said that him and Jalen were kind of improvising there, check to a play, probably wasn't the time and place to do it, and yet the following press conference, you kind of like took the bullets there and maybe not explaining it in the way that you probably could have because you were protecting your players. Like, why do that?
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of coaches do, and that's something I've always done and always thought. When a coach did that for me, was appreciative of it, but also knew that coach was going to correct it after the fact. But knowing that, when I played, and that was a long time ago, knowing a coach had my back was really important to me. And you're a product of things that you went through, and I know that's important. I felt like that would be important to them as well. And then we just move on and we correct the mistakes that we make from that, myself and the players.
How'd you handle that? And is that difficult to the prideful way when you really know exactly what happened and you can't explain it?
No, because pride is a thing that's always dangerous, and I've seen too many times where pride is something that deteriorates teams, and so you have to put pride aside and you have to just say, what you believe, how you believe to do it, and so. No, I don't find that hard because we're a team, and like I say to you guys all the time, the best thing I can be right now at 42 years old is be part of a football team that's special, and that's just what teams do, and that's what good teams do.
So Nick, the other part of it is why they're improvising in that moment. Is that something that you are okay with? What type of freedom does Jalen have in that respect?
Yeah, he has total freedom to do what he needs to do to make a play, and sometimes that's going to work, and sometimes that's not going to work. Like freedom, is being able to go up to the line. Like it's very rare that not very rare, but when you have success on offense, you're going to see different things that you didn't anticipate getting on tape. I mean, that's happened to us multiple times this year where there's things that are happening that you don't anticipate on tape. And sometimes you make those adjustments on the sideline. Sometimes the player makes the adjustments. And that's what you work so hard through the training camps and OTAs. Like, here's what we like versus this. Here's what we like versus this. Yes, this has answers versus this, or this has answers versus everything, but this is an ideal thing to get to in these scenarios. So you constantly talk about those things. And like I said, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's the right time to do it and sometimes it's not the right time to do it. But I always say this, and Frank Reich used to always talk to me about this, that in one of the greatest backup quarterbacks of all time, right, is like a quarterback's going to make 4 to 5 plays in a game with his mind that are gonna change the game. And sometimes that's something that he sees and it's part of a check, and sometimes it's something that he sees that he gets to. And I just think that's standard practice from high school football to college, probably more so in college football, to the NFL football. Like, does LaSalle change plays at the line of scrimmage? I don't know, but I think St. Joe's Prep probably does. All right, but I just think that's standard practice from within, and that's what you're trying to do, and that's why you're trying to constantly be on the same page with the players, and so like, gosh, I think Jalen just does a really good job of that. Has done a lot of good things with that, and when it doesn't go right, like in particular in that game, you have to be able to say, okay, we'll fix it. This might not have been the time to do it, or this was the right time to do it. But no one's going to bat 1,000 within those decisions. But I know this, that he's doing this a lot more, and it's working than it's not working in that particular case.